Okay, now we're live. When you're ready.
Hey, good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, so my name is Jesse Gogwe. I'm the mayor of Portage Pago, and I've been on the RNC for now a little over almost 4 years, I think. And so I welcome you all here, the new guys on the block and you kids on the block, to this meeting. It is right now, according to my watch, 10:17. Is that what you got?
10:09.
10:09. Yeah, I'm fast. It's 10:09, and so we're going to go ahead and convene this regular Region Nominating Council meeting with me acting as the chairperson at this time. You have in front of you, before I go forward, please, before you leave today, if you haven't signed the sign-in sheet, the attendance sheet, please do so, because we keep that on record as well. And so all of you should have a copy of the agenda. I know there's a spare copy here, and so if you don't have a copy in front of you, please grab it. So moving on to item 2.0 of the agenda, meeting minutes. There are 3 minutes that we have not approved and that requires approval regarding the meeting we held in the past. 2.1 is regular meeting minutes for July 13th, 2023. 2.2, a special meeting that we held on August 3rd. And then 2.3, another regular meeting we held in April 11th of this year. And so I know that Kayleen had sent out a copy of the minutes in advance. And so if you haven't had an opportunity to review it, I'll go ahead and give you time to review it. And then I'll open the floor for a motion to approve the minutes of July 13th, August 3rd of 2023, and then of course April 11th of this year. Okay, does anybody need more time? Okay, so I'll open the floor for motion to approve the minutes. Anybody want to make a motion?
July 13th.
Just July 13th, or you want to do one at a time?
I would prefer to do one at a time.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to approve the regular meeting minutes for July 13th, 2023. Anybody want to second that?
Second.
Okay, thank you, Monica. Okay, any discussions? Okay. So the meetings I normally chair, I always, because there are times we don't catch it, but so we're looking to, there's a motion on the floor to approve the minutes, and I want to include subject to correction, because if there's any typographical errors or grammatical errors, especially since we're the University of Guam, we want to make sure that when they get officially signed and recorded, that any minor corrections be annotated before they're officially signed. So any discussion on the motion? Okay, if there's no discussion on the motion, I'll move for a vote. All those in favor to approve the regular meeting minutes for July 13th, 2023, do so by indicating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, no opposition, the motion passes. So item 2.2, does anybody need more time to review the special meeting for August 3rd, 2023? In that meeting, I wasn't here for, so I'll leave it to all of you to make the motion.
I move to approve the minutes of August 3rd, 2023, subject to correction.
Okay, anybody want to second that motion?
I second that motion.
Okay, the motion's made and seconded to approve the special meeting minutes of August 3rd, 2023, subject to corrections. Any discussions? Okay, if there are no discussions, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposition? Okay, there are no oppositions, so the motion passes. So moving on to item 2.3, regular meeting minutes of April 11th, 2024. Do we need more time to review that? Okay, if there are no need to review that any further, open the floor for a motion to approve the minutes. Anybody want to make a motion?
I move that we approve the minutes of April 11, 2024.
Okay, a motion on the floor to approve the regular meeting minutes for April 11th, 2024. Is there a second? Okay, motion's been seconded. Any discussions?
Can you just confirm who's second?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so they're the consistent members. So, and I'm good with that. And so no discussions? So, yeah, do you have any notes of just any typo corrections or whatever? Yeah,
Yes,
you
thank
can
you.
just bring it to Katie's attention. Okay, so are there any discussions on the motion? Okay, no discussions on the motion other than the comment that Monica provided to Kaylee. I'll open the floor for a vote. All those in favor of the motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for April 11th, 2024, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, no opposition, the motion passes. That completes item 2.0 of our agenda. Moving on to item 3.0, election of a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. And so that's typically all three positions are the order of succession. So in the event that the chair is not here, then the meetings will be run by the vice chair. And if both of them aren't here, the meeting can be in fact run by the secretary. And so that's the order of succession. So I'll open the floor for nominations of the position of chair. Anybody want to make any nominations?
Question,
Go ahead.
isn't, Regent Diaz our current chair?
Yes,
Okay.
but we're
Oh, yes, the vice chair is still fucking enrolling. Okay.
we haven't done it this year.
Oh. This was seconded in April's meeting, but then we didn't add it, so it's added in July, it's regular meeting,
And he didn't even attend in April.
April, yeah,
So that was kind of difficult to do. And then we didn't announce it.
yeah, it wasn't announced in the public notice.
So yeah, so we're going to, and he can be renominated. And so
I nominate Regent.
Davis, okay, there's a motion on the floor to nominate Regent Pete Diaz to be the chair of the RNC. Anybody want to second that motion?
I second that motion.
Okay, the motion is seconded. Any other nominations? Okay, so I'll open the floor for a close of nominations. You want to go ahead and close the nominations?
Who to post the nomination?
I got a motion from Monica to close the nominations. Anybody want to second that?
I second that.
Okay, nominations are closed. So by default, Regent Diaz is in fact our appointed or elected, duly elected chair for this year of the RNC. Okay, moving on to the second position that's vacant is the motion for nominating the floor for a motion to nominate and provide nominations for the position of vice chair. I'll open the floor for any nominations for the position of vice chair.
I would like to nominate Monica Pito for the position of vice chair.
Okay, anybody want to second that motion?
I second
Okay. Come on, no. And then, I'm telling you now, if it gets to me,
Institutional knowledge.
I only have 2 more meetings. And there's a chance because of the work that we're going on, that I may not be able to make both meetings. I'm under full construction, so you accept, right?
Okay, I accept.
Nice try. I saw how you're trying to show. Thank God I've done this for a while. Okay, is there any other nominations for the positions, for the position of vice mayor for the region nominating?
Vice chair.
Vice chair. Is it what you said?
Vice mayor.
Vice mayor. Vice chair. See, I got mayorship on. That's why I should never be mayor, the chair or vice chair. So are there any other nominations for the position of vice chair for the region nominating committee? Okay, if there are none, I'll open the floor for the closing of the nominations. Anybody want to make a motion to close the nominations?
I move to close the nomination.
Okay, anybody want to second that motion? Boy, you're really quiet. Okay, we've got a motion on the floor to close the nominations for the position of vice chair of the RNC, and it's been seconded. I'll open the floor for any discussions. Otherwise, I'll open the floor for a vote. All those in favor of closing the nominations for the position of vice chair of the RNC indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. So by default, Monica, welcome aboard as the vice chair of the RNC. Okay.
Thank you.
Moving on to the position of secretary. Anybody want to make any motions or nominations to the position of secretary for the RNC?
I would like to nominate Kayleen for the position. of
Thank you. I'm not a member.
No,
I appreciate that.
but she's the recording secretary anyways.
Oh,
So it's like I said, it's the reason why we have all three positions is just in order of succession to conduct these. Okay,
I would like to nominate, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yes. But position.
anybody want to second that?
Second.
Do I need to use my influence? She does most of the recording,
Okay.
There you go.
okay?
Okay.
And so the only thing that you may end up being asked to do, or actually two things, is to review for accuracy if you attended the meeting, because sometimes even the secretary doesn't attend the meeting, and then ultimately to sign,
Okay.
certifying the minutes.
Okay.
Okay? So it's not a difficult job. Anybody else want to make a nomination for the position of secretary for the RNC? Okay, I hear no additional nominations, so I'll open the floor to close the nominations. Any motion to close the nominations? Okay, thank you, Micah. Second? Well, you guys are quiet down there. Motion's been made and seconded to close the nominations for secretary of the RNC. So I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote if there's no discussions. Okay, I'm calling for the vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion's closed. So by default, young lady, congratulations. And so do we have the oath of office?
No, you don't have that here. Let me pull it up because the chair, I believe. Let me pull up your vitals real quick so we can all take a look. Okay, officers. I don't believe we take.
It's legal. It's a
Did
requirement.
you? Okay, I'll look into this. And then we can.
All right, so let me do this.
Okay. We can conduct the oath of office outside.
No, we can do it now, so I can turn the
Okay.
meeting over to Ardulia.
Okay, see that? I have oath of office for Board of Regent, but we can, yes.
Yeah.
Now, let me see if I can.
me pull it up. Oh, here we go. Okay. Um. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up and then let me just change the date for the script.
Now I have you.
I have, okay.
I think. Thank you. So I have a script.
Okay.
Are you guys ready? Go ahead and please stand.
This is not on my bingo card today.
Okay. So, and remember, this is being live streamed, so this is. So if you raise your right hand and repeat after me, I, and then state your name,
I, Natasha Suba,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
in the presence of Almighty God
in the presence of Almighty God
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
support the Constitution of the United States,
support the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of the United States applicable to Guam,
the laws of the United States applicable to Guam,
and the laws of Guam,
and the laws of Guam,
and that I will consciously
that I will conscientiously
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties and then state your position,
discharge my duties as secretary
okay? For the Regent Nominating Council
of the Regent Nominating
of the
Council
University of Guam,
of the University of Guam.
so help me God.
So help God.
Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations.
You can go ahead and take to the
Yeah.
official oath and then have them.
Yeah,
sign it and then-
Okay.
So, by rights, Monica, congratulations. And so,
Right, this was not a.
Bingo card.
Got your back.
if you want to sit up here, or you can stay there.
Okay, so moving on. Next order of business is old business, recruitment efforts. Do you have a
Okay.
list of?
Yeah, so I can pull it up here. So in this packet, I'll just share with you, we have 3 total packets that are complete and eligible. Those names are Lee Weber, J. Robert Kelly, and the new one we received just this month is Edward Ujoa. Okay, so again, Lee Weber was self-nominated. He has background in media, publications, military. J. Robert Kelly, he was recruited by Dean Lee, Dean, former chair of this council. His packet is complete and he is education background. He's the assistant head at St. John's. And the third one is Edward Ujoa. His packet is complete as of July 5th, and he was recruited by Vice Chair Monica Pito, and his packet is complete. He has heavy background in IT, and he's currently manager since 2006 to present at DZSP for their, and then I can pass this around. For their management information. He manages the DZSP 21 Management Information Systems Department and facilitates IT support for all DZSP 21 employees from 2006 to present. So I can pass these around and these are confidential. I can do around this way.
Can I ask you questions? When do we have to submit the next package?
Okay, so if you wanna have those around, these are just okay, so if you look at our agenda. On 6.0, you have some potential special meeting dates there. So as a reminder, the council is trying to fill the seats of upcoming Regent Sandra McKeever's seat. Her term ends October 3 of this year. However, it looks like if there's not a replacement on the Board of Regents, then her seat will automatically be extended for 3 months until a new regent is confirmed. So if you're looking
Up to,
up to 3 months, so January will kind of be her last, so we need to try, and so, right, so we think about the legislature, they will be going into. Budget session this month, we don't know, right, cause first this council needs to submit. Your candidate to the governor, and then so we'll try to push that, but as soon as she selects, then they route that packet to the legislature. And I will work with the legislature, with the oversight chair for higher education, that's Senator Shelton's office. To try to add this to their agenda for to their agenda, yes, so first there's the confirmation hearing, and then they're gonna have the confirmation. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have a Regent confirmed by the legislature by October, so I'll just let you know. Regent McKeever is already prepared to automatically extend, but just her seat on the board. However, just so you know, Board of Regents, this September is their next regular meeting. They have the election of new officers. So that doesn't mean Regent McKeever will be the next chair, right? Because she's terming out. So at 6.0, there are 2 dates there. Referencing potential special meeting dates, but the purpose of this meeting is to review and discuss your options. And to do possibly, I do hear there are possible potential incoming packets coming in still before the end of this year. So, you know, it's up to this council when you like to meet, because by the next meeting, you wanna decide. You want to finalize the packets and approve the packet for the governor by next meeting.
So, Madam Vice Chair, the reason why I asked is because, the chair, has not been present over the last 2 meetings. And it's always beneficial to have the chair here, because the chair is also a region member. And so to provide guidance to the council on the current region's makeup and the areas that he believes, or the regions believe, need to be kind of focused on as far as replacing an outgoing region. And so I'd like to just review what we
Yes.
have.
Sure, thank you.
Under item 4.0, and then talk about any other potential candidates and get any updates from the council members to see what's in the pipeline, and if anybody has any updates on who they're also trying to recruit. And then when we get to 6.0, it's going to be my intent to not take action on any of the packets until we can schedule a special meeting with, hopefully, Regent E is here. Okay, so I mean, if you're comfortable with that, Madam Vice Chair, we'll just go ahead and talk about the 3 packets. We already know the 3 that are completed, and then we can also talk about what's in the pipeline.
Okay, so just so you know, the current makeup of the board right now is as follows. So the outgoing Regent Sandra McKeever, she has background in investments. Okay, so Regent Leslie Leon Guerrero, she's vice chair on the board of Regents. She's in Bank of Guam. She has heavy experience in banking. She is the chief experience officer. Regent Pete Diaz, who is the chair, who was elected, the chair of this council, is architect background. He works at ACOM. Then you have Regent Roland Certeza, telecommunications. He's the president and CEO of GTA, so background in telecommunications. Regent Mike Nahalawa, he's the treasurer on the board. He's also banker, background, finance. Regent Janice Malila, she's on the healthcare side. She's a dentist. Regent Joanna Chen, she's one of the new board members. She is background in operational excellence, strategic planning. She has her own firm. Regent Christopher Duenas, he's the CFO of Triple J Enterprises. He is the newest board member that this council selected. And then, of course, the student regent, which this council doesn't elect or So that's pretty much the makeup, and I will remind you at the last meeting in April, this council kind of advised that you would wanna look for IT and legal, because that's what the board is lacking at this time.
Okay.
Legal expertise and IT background.
Does anybody have anyone in pipeline? As far as potential recruiting?
I have one, but he's just too busy. He has auditing.
Oh, yeah, so I can just review what the pipeline, so the three, right, that were completed packets are Lee Weber, J. Robert Kelly, and Edward Ujoa. The pending ones are Tom Tahaji he has a packet, but nothing is turned in yet, but that was from Regent Leslie Leon Guerrero, she's no longer on this council. Michelle Kramer, pending asks from Regent Leslie Leon Guerrero, and then we also have Ronnie Delphin. Is that person out?
Ronnie is, yeah. he's-
Unavailable, okay,
Yeah.
so let me just update.
Cannot come in.
Okay, thank you, I'll update this for the council's notes. Okay, so, and then we have LTC David Cruz.
Yeah, in fact, he's actually, he may be running,
Oh,
as a
okay,
senator.
Okay. Okay, so I'll pass it now, and then we have Michael Morris is the
Yes.
auditor, you're
I'm still
saying?
trying to
Okay,
twist this
So I'll
right
kind of put
here,
this here.
so he can.
okay, so those are what's pending, so I'll just update these notes to remove Ronnie Delphin and David Cruz. But in the pipeline, Michael Moore, kind of pending, and then with Regent Leslie Leon Guerrero, we're not sure if this council wants to reach out, but Tom Tahaji was one, and Michelle Kramer. I will let you know about the packets that we had but are no longer eligible, which dropped out. Nate DeKnight, his packet was complete but has expired since it was turned in July of 2021. This year will make it the 3 years. Christine Valletto, she is on another board, Guam Education Board, the Guam Department of Education, so she's no longer eligible. And then Nikki Castro, who is a member on this council representing staff council, she reached out to Tito Castro, who is Docomo, one of the senior executive officers, so that's another telecommunications and marketing, he does marketing. He kindly declines, he appreciates the council's consideration, but is unable to commit this time. Okay, so that's just a rundown of what's on the list.
Anybody know some attorneys who might be interested?
Take a lot of armed twisting.
Who do you have?
Julia Duggan.
Who?
Julia
Oh,
Duggan.
That's gonna take a lot of arm.
I know,
Wow.
but I can, so hopefully,
Well, you know, a long time ago, when I spoke to Julian Nugget, and you know, Julian is a really good kid. I mean, I have the utmost respect. He's a published author and keen legal mind. But just tell him that Mayor Gogui said, remember, either you put up or you shut up. Because that worked on me. And so hopefully, if you keep reminding him that Mayor Gogui says, put up or shut up. If you want to make things better, then you got to kind of step forward and be a part of the solution rather than just articulating it in words and not being a part of the decision-making process. And so, but yeah, Julia Nuggan is a good possible candidate. The one that I had thought about is Attorney Akibi. She is trying to wind down her legal practice, but she's still, you know, because she's self-employed, is still actively practicing law. And it's going to be a while before she actually really, you know, her schedule kind of, but I'll ask her again if she might be interested.
correct me if I'm wrong, is it 2 years outside of government service? Or is it 5 years? I was having a debate with somebody. regarding
Yes,
that.
I can pull up the packet just to, okay, it is. I have not held an elected government position in the last 2 years, which was filled through an island-wide election. Yes, and then I am not currently an employee of the government of Guam or of UOG. I have been a resident of Guam for at least 3 years, and I'm a US citizen, a permanent resident.
And mind you, the working for Gov Guam, as far as the 2 years is an elected position. So they've never been elected into office and they left the government of Guam tomorrow. They are automatic as long as they're not actively employed with the government of Guam. So for me, I can never be considered for Regent until after 2 years of stepping down, which is, I'm okay with.
I can ask Meredith Sayre, she's part-time as an attorney. She works primarily in the mornings. So she's been an attorney for
Yeah, reach out to her. And so, I mean, because, you know, we were talking, the two primary areas is not only information technology, and the reason for that is it's my understanding that the University of Guam is making an effort to revamp the entire computer science program to bring it up to more modern IT type curriculum. And then since there is no legal minds currently on the Board of Regents, you know, having somebody with a law background, not necessarily to be the attorney. Remember, the Regents actually, I believe, have an attorney on retainer. And so, but, you know, during discussions like this, you know, having somebody who understands the law can and oftentimes is helpful. Okay, so anybody else? So, yeah, you can add back Cynthia QB. I'll try to work on her. And that's what I always tell people. Put up or shut up. You want to make a difference on what happens on this island, especially with regard to the University of Guam and the direction it takes to really educate and hopefully not just educate, but provide reasons to the students they graduate from this fine institution on why to stay. You know, why they should stay and make use of their education here in Guam. Because, you know, we talk about it and we oftentimes hear comments about it, about the brain drain. That is a real thing. That is not, you know, pie in the sky rhetoric, you know, that is a real thing. And so put up or shut up. That's what I told Julian a while back. You know, it kind of hurt him a little. I mean, you know, he felt the piercing in his heart because he's a very passionate man. So if you just keep reminding him, put up or shut up, that might work.
So there are no other discussions on recruitment efforts. 4.2, RNC member status.
Okay, so just as an update, Dr. Christopher Rasmussen is now on the council representing UOG Faculty Senate. He has replaced Dr. Jenny Leon Guerrero. I will also, everyone else remains the same since last meeting, aside from our Guam Youth Congress representative, who was Christian Ramos. He has since graduated, so his seat will be filled. We will find out by Senator Shelton's office because she oversees the Guam Youth Congress. And then once the semester starts, we should have our Student Government Association representative on board with us. That was formerly Austin Fortuno. He graduated as well. So those are we currently have 9 out of 11 with us. Okay, so that's an update. And then our acting chair, Mayor Jesse Gogui,
Former acting
chair, his term will end at the end of this year, so we will see who the mayor's council will appoint to fill the mayor's council representative seat on this council. And then I just want to update that our members at large, we do have Miss Tony turning out at October, same as Chairman Heber, so you're only with us for this year as well. Thank you for being here. Okay, so that's a quick update. I will reach out to everyone together with the chair.
But because she's a member at large, she can actually.
She can extend,
No.
I have to see.
Yeah.
The members at large are different from our other members. Yeah, they serve a longer term.
I don't think there are term limits to members at large.
Yeah, I think there are. I read that up on our bylaws, on the RNC bylaws. And let's just confirm that now.
You're on your second, right?
I have that here. I'm just gonna pull it up.
For members at large.
I think she's on her third, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
And the reason why I can't, I certainly won't be representing the mayor's council of Guam is you have to be a mayor in order to fill this position. And by January 5th or maybe 6th, sometime in January, I will no
Okay.
longer be a mayor.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know, I definitely can be a regent, I don't know how.
Right,
I
it's on the-
2 years,
council.
there's a 2
No,
years.
but this is on it.
So I'll just show
have to
you,
be a member.
according to the bylaws, election of community members at large, here, 3 members are appointed from the community at large by the council itself for terms of 2 years. If an at-large member resigns, his or her successor will be appointed to a 2-year term. At-large members may not be employees or students of UOG or employees of the government of Guam. They must be UOG students for at least 2 years. So,
So there are no
Two-
term limits.
yeah, no
No.
limits, I
No term
suppose.
limits.
Well,
Okay.
each term is 2 years.
2 years.
Every term is 2 years, but they can serve
Okay, as long
10
as.
terms, but it's only 2-year increments.
Okay.
As long as the RNC wants to
Would like to
reappoint
extend
them.
it if they accept. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So there are no term limits.
Okay.
Governor has term limits.
Yeah.
And they're the only elected position with term limits. Senators have no term limits, mayors have no term limits. I don't think anybody else, any other elected position has term limits other than the governor.
The governor's working.
Actually, it's the governor, because the lieutenant governor can elevate to the position of governor, but once that person is elected governor, they can only serve 2 terms. So, yeah, no term limits, so you're good.
Okay, so that's pretty much the status of our council members.
So we'll move on to new business. I think we decided, packet review for submission and discussion on options. I think earlier we decided that we would go and take.
Well, I'd like to make a motion to go ahead and when the Chairman Diaz gets back, is for Kayleen to talk to him about maybe scheduling. And there's, a special meeting either in August or September, and then just make sure that the members are given advance notice so that we can meet also the publication requirements. And so I make a motion that we postpone until the chair returns and he can decide on when it would be appropriate to schedule a special meeting. That's my motion.
Is there a second?
I just have a little discussion regarding that though. So if we're looking at the options between the 2 dates, I'd actually prefer to do the second date because we have 2 students that are gonna come in and then also we teach. And so the first date is actually really close to the start of the semester. And so that'll be a little bit difficult to navigate.
And that's something that can.
I can work out with everyone, yeah.
Because even though these 2 dates are viable dates, it's really any time in August or any time in September.
Mhm.
And, just as a reminder, it doesn't have to be a Thursday,
Yeah.
because these are special meetings.
Anytime.
So the special meetings, the focus is to accomplish a task as opposed to just regular meeting and updating everybody on the status of the RNC's recruitment efforts and the selection efforts. These special meetings are very, very defined, very specific, and typically in a special meeting, there typically are no regular agenda items that's included in these special meetings. Okay, so it's, even though these are recommended dates, once the chair gets back, he can actually hone it down into more, more viable dates.
Thank you.
So, but that's noted, so when you discuss it with the chair. Okay,
Any other discussion? There's no discussion on the motion, those, vote, yes, and approve the motion.
all those in favor, aye?
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the next meeting dates. Our next, aside from the special meeting, our next regular meeting is
October 3. But
October.
yeah, but I will touch, as we spoke in 5.0, I will coordinate with the chair and then reach out to every member to confirm the actual next meeting date, which will more than likely be a special meeting.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
And next item, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move, go ahead, I move to adjourn.
I would make a.
Well, it actually doesn't, yeah, it's motion and second, as long as there's no opposition, then it's adjourned.
Okay.
We don't even have to vote.
Meeting is adjourned. 10:49. Just have to go back to twice.
No, I
See you
didn't have anything,
later.
Summer. See you. So, yeah, no, I need the.
So we have two, one Republican, one Democrat.